Glad to have you with us about as your Huntsville Hornet hosts the Magnolia Bulldogs. The Hornets looks forward to defending a 4-0 record in the top of the District 25A. Good evening, my name is Martin Oltain, and this is my co-host Ashton Riggins. Welcome to Hornet Edition. It's a pleasure to have you with us today.
We green.
We're white.
We're ready.
This is our time.
Hornet football, no way or no way.
I'm beyond excited. I'm lost for words to explain the atmosphere at the game right now. I'm hoping that we come out strong and fire off on all cylinders and just do what we have to do to win the game.
Last week, the Bulldogs beat the Tomball Cougars in a back and forth game. The Bulldogs take the lead in the final moment, and what a game it was for the Bulldogs to win. What do you think is going to happen today?
I mean, it's going to be a good game because both offensively and defensively we have key players, but also for the Bulldogs they have offensive, defensive key players. As the receiver, Michael Woods, he's a pretty good player, but we have pretty good more DBs such as Dedrick O'Brien and Byron QT. We're looking to apply some pressure on the quarterback tonight and make some good stops.
Coach Sonny got his team believing, well prepared, and believing and making sure they're all playing well in all three phases of the game. The offense is running the ball well and limiting turnovers. The defense is also flying around and putting a lot of pressure on the offense. Last week, the Hornets special team played amazing also. How do you feel that they will play this week offensively?
Offensively, I think they're going to do outstanding. They've been keeping the momentum throughout the whole season. Jalen Green has been a phenomenal player so far. He's been leading the district in rushing yards and rushing touchdowns. And Nathan Sherrill, he's been a good, productive tight end so far in the season. I think we're going to do pretty good tonight.
How do you think they will perform defensively tonight?
Defensively, we're going to do the same thing we've been doing throughout the season, shutting down offenses. As Dedrick O'Brien leads the district in picks, and followed by Byron QT and Jaden McCarty. We've been putting a lot of pressure on the O-line and quarterback as well with Tavondre Sweat, Ahmad Murray. Those are some great players on the line, and I see we're going to stop the quarterback tonight.
We'll be right back with a special guest as Abby sits down with the Huntsville Hornets, Coach Rodney Sutton.
We're here and we're going to discuss tonight's game. So Magnolia had a great win last week. Magnolia had a great win last week and has been playing very well. So what are you expecting out of the Bulldogs tonight?
Well, they're extremely talented offensively. They've played probably as good a schedule as we've played, and they've played really well in every game they've played. So lots of offense, and hopefully lots of offense from us as well.
Awesome. The big momentum play last week was the fake punt right before halftime. Was that just a gut call on your part, or was it planned?
Well, it was planned, but it wasn't planned for that occasion. It was something Willis called timeout. We saw a block that fits perfect with what we were going to try to do with our fake, and Nathan Batten and Jalen Green did a great job. And then Jackie Wilson probably had the best block of the night for him to get all the way into the end zone.
All right. Led by quarterback Reese Manson and wide receiver Michael Woods, the Magnolia offense is very explosive. So what is the game plan tonight to try to slow down the offense?
Well, the biggest thing is nobody's pressured them to this point. We're going to pressure them up front, obviously, with our D-line, but our linebackers, and at times we're going to blitz and really try to pressure the quarterback because he hasn't seen a lot of pressure. But they are extremely talented, and we've got to be really careful when we do it and how we do it.
Matthew led the last scoring drive for the Hornets last game. Can you describe what it's like being his father and his coach to see him out there doing that?
Well, it's exciting, obviously, to have your own son to get that opportunity. And the crazy thing, he should have pulled the previous play and scored the play before that. But he was more disappointed about missing a throw that he made earlier in the game. But it's exciting for me as a dad because I try to separate being dad and being football coach.
Usually in big games like tonight, you get an unexpected player who makes some big plays or maybe some more. If you had to name two players tonight, who would you think that would be?
Unexpected, Kendre Rogers and Traquan House.
All right. The year is 2040, and they're making a movie about the greatest Texas football team to make a huge comeback. Who would play you and why?
Oh, Lord, 2040?
2040.
That's a long time. I'm trying to think of bald-headed actors, and I don't know very many right now. They would be 80 or 90 years old by then. I don't know exactly.
2020. There we go.
Matthew McConaughey with his head shaved. That's as close a guess as I can get.
All right. Okay, so if you had to choose one person who plays on the NFL to have on your team, who would it be and why?
That's a no-brainer. That'd be Tom Brady. Because look at what he's done for ever how many years he's been playing, and he's done it at a high level no matter what the circumstances. And in my book, he's the best quarterback that's ever played the game.
All right, thank you so much, and we're wishing all the luck to you tonight.
Thank you.
Coming up, Ashton will sit with the Hornets offensive coordinator coach, David Brewer.
Hi, I'm Ashton Riggins, and I'm here with the offensive coordinator, Coach Brewer. Okay, Coach Brewer, let's say you wake up in the morning and you know it's Friday game day. What is your routine to prepare for a day like this?
Well, you know, we have meetings with the kids early in the morning, talk to them about what's going to happen that day, and if there's a pep rally, things that we're going to do at the pep rally. If there's a pregame meal, we talk about that, and then basically just make sure that we got everything to go to travel to the stadium with. I make sure I got all my stuff together as far as what I need for the game preparation-wise when I'm calling plays, and just basically, you know, the work's done. Just ready to have fun and get ready for a football game.
Yes, sir. What are some of the key things you do as offensive coordinator to help us win the game?
Well, you know, I think, you know, my biggest responsibility is make sure I put the players in the best possible situation I can to be successful. You know, all these plays and everything, you know, don't work without those football players. And my job is to make sure I put them in the best possible situation I can to be successful. And then they got to make the plays and let them work and have fun.
How do you adapt to the defensive, how the defense set up? Like, how do you maneuver around that?
Well, you know, we study film during the week, kind of give an idea of what they're going to do. We do a lot of things offensively with formations and stuff, so a lot of that changes when we start playing a ball game. Basically, you know, we're going to do what we do. We practice a lot of stuff during the week, and we're going to come out in a football game, and we're going to do it. And we see what they're trying to take away. If they're taking away one thing, then we always got to have an answer and come with something else. So we just kind of we run our stuff, do what we want to do, and whatever the defense is trying to take away, we got to have an answer somewhere.
Yes, sir. The unit that goes unnoticed is the offensive line. How do the offensive line help out in the game? What is their role?
Well, it all starts with those 5 guys up front. We can't run the ball, we can't throw the ball if those 5 guys up front aren't doing their job. And that's where it all starts and ends, is with those guys. And when they're doing their job and they're executing and controlling the line of scrimmage, then it's easy for the guys behind them to do their job. So it all starts with them. They're the most important position on the team, and we rely on them a lot. Based on what they do well is what we do behind them. And so far this year, they've done a good job.
Not only do you call the offensive plays, but you coach the quarterbacks. How do you prepare those group of guys for a game like this?
Well, you know, we study film. Basically, we work on us. We work on things that we need to do to get better offensively to execute. Doesn't matter who's on the other side of the football. I tell my kids all the time, it's just a different colored jersey. We're going to run our offense and execute, and make sure my quarterbacks know everybody's position on the field, what they're supposed to do, and hopefully put them in a situation where they make good decisions, because if the quarterback's making good decisions, we got a chance to be successful.
Yes, I'm Ashton Riggins, and thank you, Coach Brewer, for sharing your time with us.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Hannah Langlis, and I'm here with the flag team sponsor, Mr. Bumball. So how did you start getting involved with the flag team?
Well, actually, it was by accident. 2 summers ago, I had one of my senior boys wanted to be on the flag team, and I didn't know who the sponsor was, so I asked Ms. Pugh, who's his high school secretary, and she said that the sponsor had gone to a different district, and we didn't have a new sponsor. And so I talked with Mr. Grimes because I didn't want to see the program die, and asked if I could be the sponsor, and here I am.
So what is required to be a part of the flag team?
Well, normally we do have tryouts to see how fast you can run, how many push-ups you can do, but basically it's just being able to work with the gear and we'll take pretty much anybody who's willing to come consistently and work hard.
Nice. What is the purpose of the flag team?
It's all about spirit. It's to build up spirit at the games. It's about having fun at the games, getting the crowd pumped up, backing up the cheerleaders, and just raising morale.
What is your favorite thing about the flag team?
My favorite thing about the flag team is we become like a little family, and it's just fun getting to hang out together. Last year we went out for breakfast a couple times after the game, over to IHOP. Haven't been able to do that this year yet, but maybe later in the year. So it's really about just the camaraderie and the family.
Now this has nothing to do with the flag team, but what do you love about Huntsville High School?
What do I love about Huntsville High School? It's like a big family. I've been here in the district for 25 years. I know people. I've started teaching the kids of the kids that I taught when I started teaching here. It's nice when I can bump into parents at the store and have kids talk to me. You know, I think that's just, it's a blessing in my life.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure. Y'all have a good game tonight.
That's a wrap.